Danielle, an Eau Claire County employee, says she's experienced sexual harassment from District Attorney Gary King since the summer of 2019. When Eau Claire police officers responded to this home behind me here on Eau Claire's north side yesterday afternoon, they found Marwin Washington with a gunshot wound. Firefighters are still at work here in this wooded area nearby the neighborhood. We can still see some flames in the trees around here, but the smoke does seem to be dying down. In tonight's meeting, school administration, board members, and health officials debated the plan on bringing back kindergartners through 5th graders. And joining me now with more on tonight's decision is Superintendent Mike Johnson. Mike, can you just tell me more about what went into this decision? So I moved my car. I'm now on the odd numbered side of the street, so I'm all set for when Eau Claire police start cracking down on the alternate side parking rules at midnight.
And Carla, how many people would need to get vaccinated in order to have a more normal summer?
Bob, the health department has made a goal to vaccinate 80% of the population by July 1st, but with current vaccination rates, we would only reach about 60% by then. Slim's reopened last night, and as you can see behind me, the parking lot is packed, and owners say they're thankful to be back open. Danielle, it all began just before 5 this morning when owners of the golf course say they woke up and found a truck pulled up outside their front door. That's when they made the split-second decision to chase the suspects out of their building and through the neighborhood. And neighbors here in Princeton Valley have been asked to stay vigilant all day as the search for a final suspect continues.
The neighborhood is a safe neighborhood. It's a good neighborhood. Great people around here. Why we were targeted or however that was, I'm not sure.
It was an early morning wake-up call for Princeton Valley Golf Course owners Joshua Wahlberg and his fiancée, Allie.
About 4:30 in the morning, we heard some loud banging. Allie woke me up, and we looked out the window, and we noticed 2 vehicles, a U-Haul van and U-Haul truck. They had a truck backed up into the entrance, and they had a tow rope that they were pulling out there to what I believe was to grab the ATM. They didn't get any farther than the ATM into the entrance. We were right there.
Surveillance video shows the moment the owners confronted the thieves, Allie jumping into the suspect's truck, Joshua following in his van.
She was in the back of the pickup. They were driving, I don't know, about 80 miles an hour down this parking lot and into the streets. They were trying to buck her out of the box, and she just hunkered down in.
This went on for nearly a mile. Then the suspects dumped the truck and took off on foot. That's when the Eau Claire Police Department started to alert neighbors.
There was some indication that these people were not from Eau Claire and they were in fact from out of state. So there was some initial concern that they might try to steal a car or even enter another house. So we wanted people to be aware of what was going on. Which included notifying nearby schools. Just as a precaution, they tend to prefer to be more proactive in those situations, even though there was no direct threat. Hours later, 2 suspects were found near the intersection of Hastings Way and Eddy Lane, as the Princeton Valley neighborhood remained on the lookout for a third. Though they have only owned the business for a few months, besides a few bruises and some damage to the door,
we feel comfortable here. This is home.
The Princeton Valley Golf Course owners won't let this burglary shake their spirits. And the owners of the course are hoping to see that third suspect caught. He was last seen in the woods near Jingle Court. Police are asking anyone who notices suspicious activity in the area to call 911. Reporting live in Eau Claire, Carla Rogner, WEAU 13 News. At Maple's mobile home park in Eau Claire.
Oh, here we go. Hi, Feed My People.
Volunteers from Feed My People spend the first Monday of each month delivering food to residents.
Hi, did you want some food from Feed My People? You can see the conditions here are pretty tough and the people are in great need.
In each brown bag, crackers, you'll find groceries, but also some comfort and relief.
We are trying to do what we do, and that is to provide supplemental food, a little bit of extra nutrition, so perhaps those food dollars can be spent on something else.
Food is delivered to some of the 18 homes that are still occupied in the deteriorating 51-home community.
A lot of these are elderly, people who can't afford other places, live off of just one income.
For property manager and resident Emily Shields,
it's an amazing resource. I mean, we're super thankful, beyond thankful out here.
The food delivery has been a blessing while she works with the city to find more secure housing for her neighbors.
People out here struggle just to make ends meet daily. So having Feed My People come out and deliver food to them just lifts one other weight off their shoulder to be able to be like, okay, now at least I have food for a couple weeks.
Having a bag of food like that just brightens their face, and you can tell they're very appreciative.
By going doorstep to doorstep, volunteers can get food to people who may not have a car.
And when there's no transportation, it's hard to get out to the food pantries or to get other help.
Feed My People volunteers say they hope to continue identifying the pockets of need in the Chippewa Valley community, like here at Maples.
Thank you very much.
All right, have a good day.
In Eau Claire, Carla Rogner, WEAU 13 News. Bob, Principal Paul Halverson has served Arcadia Elementary School for about 20 years, spending the last 10 as principal. When he shared his Parkinson's disease diagnosis with the school, students wanted to do something special for him. At Arcadia Elementary School, it is pretty clear that Principal Paul Halverson is loved and appreciated by students and staff. First graders learning a song to show him just how much before he undergoes brain surgery for Parkinson's disease in a few weeks.
Very loved in the school. The kids love him and talk to him. He makes great connections and builds great relationships with children. And so when they had the opportunity, they wanted to be able to help him out.
Friday, Associate Principal Tony Hart announced in a coin drive and t-shirt sale over the last week, students, staff, and community members raised more than $5,000 in Principal Halverson's honor to be donated to the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Our district is the fourth poorest district in the state, and to come up with this amount of money in support of Mr. Halverson is absolutely fantastic.
Hart organized each classroom at the school to join over a live stream and watch a fellow teacher shave the beloved principal's head in preparation for the procedure.
I'm so nervous and shaking.
Staff members finding their own way to show support.
You're all bald too.
Once the deed was done,
Oh, there we go. Great job.
each classroom took the chance to offer well wishes.
Thank you.
Sending him on his way with his favorite song. What made today even more special, the teacher who shaved Principal Halverson's head had a parent with Parkinson's disease. The principal will go in for deep brain stimulation surgery in a few weeks.